Again, Shanika, the smoky haze continues in the region because of those Canadian wildfires and promoting air quality alerts and warnings and concerns throughout our region.
Yeah, and right now, a purple air quality alert has been issued for Friday. And joining us now in Gaithersburg, we have RTC News Now's meteorologist Brittany Ward with the latest on the air quality. I see, Brittany, you even have your mask on.
Yeah, Mark and Shanika, we're live in Gaithersburg. I do have my mask on. It's not an N95. I will definitely recommend an N95 mask if you are going to be out and about. But you see the haze, you see the smoke across Gaithersburg, and this is the common scene in the DMV. But this is not stopping people from coming out and still doing their errands, still going on to work. It's a bit of a haze. We're going to continue to hold on to the haze as we head throughout the rest of the day today. You see people walking with masks as well, kind of taking their time. Make sure to take multiple breaks. Officials also encourage people to head indoors. Limit your time outdoors. If you don't have to be out, it's recommended not to be outside. We were at the Rio earlier today, and we did see a lot of people outdoors. I spoke to the Rio not too long ago. They did tell me that their paddle boats are now closed due to the air quality. They're also moving a lot of their stuff indoors because they want to keep people safe. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going to be heading out to the Rio. But one thing I wanted to point out, according to IQAir.com, Washington, D.C. is now the third ranked worst place to be when it comes down to the air quality, and that's today. Again, air quality bad. We're in a code purple, so that means anyone who is out for an extended period of time have the risk of dealing with some air quality. So some itchy eyes, a scratchy throat, that could be possible. So just stay safe, stay indoors. If you are going to be out, grab a mask. That's all I have for you guys today.
Yeah, Brittany, I'm just curious because you're in downtown Crown, and that's the part of Montgomery County. A lot of people like to walk. You got shops in the area. Are you seeing people actually walk outside? And if you are they like brisk? Like, are they walking fast or what?
No, actually, they're not, Shanika. And yes, this is a very popular area. This is actually my neighborhood. And this is a common route that I walk up to the Rio just to get a fresh air. And I've only been out here for maybe 20 minutes. And my throat is starting to get a little itchy. But also, I do have an underlying health issue. So I'm taking precaution. Some of the people that we actually talked to at the Rio not too long ago, some of them aren't really too worried about the air quality. They're still going to take their walk, around the big pond at the Rio. Like I said, we talked to the Rio. They said that their pond boats, the little paddle boats now are closed. So they're really trying to encourage people to limit their time indoors. That's going to help, especially as we head through the rest of your day today. But again, Damon just said we are going to see some improvements as we head into the weekend. So that's definitely something to look forward to.
And Brittany, just a quick question before we let you go. I know when you showed us where you are right now that there were people wearing masks, but did you notice in your drive-in that people were also wearing masks in some of the other areas or communities where you were driving through?
It's kind of a mix of both, Mark. Yes, we did see some people wearing masks. Other people have not been wearing masks. We also saw people out here walking their dogs as well. So just a reminder, even though the air quality is not good for us, it's also not good for your pets. But we're kind of seeing that mix. Some people are still going out doing their activities. They're not letting the air quality bother them at all. But just to step outside, that haze is going to continue. Just like we're seeing a few people crossing the street right now, Mark. They're not wearing a mask at all. But again, this is not stopping people from going out doing their day today, but it's just a good reminder to protect yourself during these hazy conditions.
Well, Brittany, thank you so much. We don't want to keep you outside any longer because, we have to limit that exposure.
Thank you.
And that's what you're saying. All right. Thank you so much, Brittany Ward, meteorologist Brittany Ward. Thank you. All right, Mark, environmental experts are sharing ways to prevent your home and car from smelling like smoke. They say to keep your windows shut. And you can also use blankets or towels to cover those cracks under your door. And if you have an AC unit and it has fresh air function, you could switch it to recirculate mode. and that would keep using air that is already in the AC system. And for your cars, experts say they recommend to keep your windows shut and using the recirculation button, which I didn't know I had, but if you do have that recirculation button, do use it. All right, turning now to Prince George's County Police have released the names of the 3 people killed in a multi-vehicle crash on Tuesday night in Prince George's County. A motorcycle and 2 vehicles were involved. Investigators say Elvin Hernandez was driving the motorcycle. The 22-year-old was from Hyattsville. And Reddick Spite and the passenger in his car, Terry Stringfellow, also died in that crash there, and they were all from Adelphi. The crash happened on New Hampshire Avenue in Adelphi.
In other news, Shanika, a Republican lawmaker has introduced a bill to stop D.C. from increasing taxes without congressional approval. Tosin Fakile is outside the Wilson building with more.
D.C. Council is exploring increases as city officials look for ways to bring in new revenue to the city. Just last week, some of those tax ideas were brought up. This piece of legislation by James Comer of Kentucky says there has to be congressional approval for any act passed by D.C. that imposes or increases a tax or fee. City officials have said D.C. is in a different place fiscally and in terms of revenue. Last week, in addition to city leaders calling for an analysis on business activity tax, Councilmember Brianne Nadeau also introduced proposed tax on passive income, capital gains, and other investments. Both the tax ideas were mentioned by Chair of the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform when he introduced the D.C. Taxing Authority Review Act. Last week, we talked to Councilmember Matt Fruman about the business activity tax and Brianne Nadeau about the passive income tax.
The way the Tax Revision Commission talked about it was that it largely replaced other business taxes and made the system significantly more efficient.
We should tax passive income the same way that we tax earned income and not treat people who have been fortunate in the stock market, for example, less than we tax people who work at a restaurant.
Congress will have 60 days after receiving the legislation for a tax increase or fee increase to pass a joint resolution of approval. Outside the Wilson building, I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Tosin and Shanika. We continue to stretch your dollar with some free food for the World Cup finals. Chipotle will be giving out 100,000 burritos this Sunday during the second hydration break. For the fast food chain will post a video on its Instagram account with a special code, and you'll then need to text that code to 888-222. Shanika, do you like burritos?
I do, but I usually get a burrito bowl.
Okay.
And I actually, I almost got Chipotle yesterday, and then I thought, but I like the lettuce.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like to shout out any companies, but hey, you know, look, they're all around.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. But yeah, I didn't want to get the lettuce because I was afraid. So there we go.
And the World Cup is this, what, Saturday or Sunday?
Third place game is Saturday. First place game is Sunday.
Sunday's Argentina and Spain. That'll be interesting.